These are the 5 things that you need to do to get your lawn and garden and trees ready for this spring. A lot of people often ask me, I've got so many weeds coming up in my yard. Well, this is the time to make sure you take care of all of it. If you do some preventive things, it'll make your job a whole lot easier for the rest of the year. The very first thing you need to do is to get a soil test. You can simply do this by calling your local extension agent, and there are all sorts of soil tests that you can purchase. But number 1 is get a soil test, and that way it'll kind of fill you in on all the different things that you're missing in the garden. 2 is you want to make sure that you put out a pre-emergent. Now, let me tell you a little bit about what a pre-emergent does. This is for the grass. Now, the pre-emergent, when you place this, it literally stops the weeds from emerging. That's why it's called a pre-emergent. So if you want to keep the weeds at bay or pretty much at minimum, this is the time to put out a pre-emergent in your grass. You want to make sure that you do this right before spring happens, depending on your zone and where you are. 3 is you've got to fertilize your grass, okay? A lot of people often want to know, what do those 3 numbers mean? The first number is nitrogen. You want to make sure that you have a high nitrogen level in your fertilizer. 2 is phosphorus. You want to make sure that the phosphorus is low. The third one is called potash, and you want to make sure that that number is medium to low. So if you just find a really good fertilizer for your lawn, any good name brand works, so just make sure you invest in it, and you'll be all set and you'll have a beautiful yard all season long. Okay, the next thing, this is the best time to start pruning some of your trees. Not all trees, but basically, like, this is a cherry that we're standing underneath, and this is the time to go ahead and start getting rid of some of those branches that are causing things to weigh down super heavy. I love to use Fiskars. They make everything so super easy, especially if you're a woman in the garden and it's really hard to sometimes cut some of those certain things. These are my absolute favorite. They make it super easy. So you want to make sure that you go ahead and prune all of the trees that need pruning right now. The last thing that you need to do is you need to make sure that you fertilize your trees and shrubs. A lot of people forget to fertilize, and they want to know, why do things look so sad in the summertime? Well, because you did not give it any food. So be sure to feed those different items. And I love to use, this is one of my favorite. It's made by the Nelson Plant Food Company, and it's called Color Star, and it's specifically for trees and shrubs. But any fertilizer works. This is just one of my go-tos. So don't forget to feed your trees and shrubs. These are my 5 things that I think everyone needs to do to make sure that they have a beautiful lawn and garden and all your trees and shrubs look beautiful this spring and summer.